But I know you guys just went through training, so this is just a testimonial about the training. So I guess my next question was, when did you purchase the program and start your training, and how long did it take to complete the training?
Sure. We purchased it in the beginning of September, and we scheduled it out with Cynthia. Actually, excellent, by the way. We scheduled it out with her, and we were able to fit in with her schedule along with ours, either one to 3 times a week. I mean, in about a month's time, we were able to successfully go through everything and review everything, and then finally, when I got the link to go and see everything, that was really when I dove in and a lot more. And she can even contest that I spent the entire last week every day, all day, going through the support site,
turned into a fun.
Yeah, watching the videos. So I mean, it's been an amazing experience already. So.
Yeah, the last day you were like a kid in a candy store. That's what you were. Yeah. I did go to college for healthcare administration with emphasis on medical records.
Okay. And so you never actually did billing specifically, or?
No, because in order to get into that field, I have to have background.
Right.
So no one would let me get my foot in the door.
Yeah, we hear that a lot. People call us up all the time and they're like, man, I went through billing school, I went through coding school, I got all these certifications, and I can't get a job because I don't have any experience, and I don't know how to get clients. I don't know how to start my own job, my own business either. And so
we even paid for a separate schooling for her to get medical billing and coding certifications. And still, even after that, it still was a very hard field for her to get into. And with me and my background, I've been, manufacturing a lot, but a lot of my experience was in sales, in networking and direct door-to-door sales and marketing. So, we looked at each other several years ago because we've been following ABS since late 2016. And we seen what you guys were offering, and we wanted to be a part of that, and we figured with her experience already as far as going through the schooling and some of the things she wanted, and she's always wanted to do medical billing. Ironically enough, this year with the pandemic going on, the company I was working for, a paper mill, they closed down. So about 1,000 of us lost our jobs.
Oh, wow.
And so I decided to liquidate all of my 401k and take a run at this.
Well, I mean, I guess, so one of my questions is, what got you interested in a business in healthcare? And I guess, because you've been in it for a while, right, Amanda? Or
no, I haven't. It's always something I've wanted to do.
Okay, so what attracted you to healthcare, or specifically billing, or just healthcare in general?
I've always been caring towards people, and I've always wanted to help them. So I've tried doing, helping in nursing homes. And then I'm like, I like more of the office setting wise, in that direction. So I'm like, well, what else is there for healthcare? And then I saw, well, there's medical billing, there's medical coding, and then I'm like, well, there's healthcare administration too. Yeah. So I went that direction.
Yeah, a lot of people don't think about doctors as needing a lot of help, but doctors need a lot of help too with different things. So, what you said you've been following ABS for a while. What about our model kind of caught your attention and singled us out over other things that you could have picked?
Sure. When I was originally looking for another opportunity to get into something that we both could do, when I was looking at franchises, and ABS popped up, and as I was going through it and reading it, what really the key thing that stuck out to me the most was not only the amount of items that you're giving to us or the amount of services that you work, but the actual support. That's what sold me, was that I almost want to call it hand-holding as far as going through and explaining to us in detail what it is, down to marketing materials. I had no ambitions in getting into medical billing, but when I looked at everything and I seen the possibilities and of course, the revenue that could be generated, and all the ability actually to not just help us out, but I've even thought of it as where she had issues with her schooling to, get into a place like that. Maybe we in turn could create a business and help people out in the same particular situation. Actually give them a job too to do things they wanted to do. So we looked at all those aspects, and again, what sold me the most was just the support behind it.
That's great. Well, I mean, so I'm picking up that you enjoyed the training. You felt like your trainer was knowledgeable.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
Feel like that when you got done with the training, did you feel like, well, now we're going to have to supplement with something else, or we're going to have to do some other kind of training or certifications or anything?
No, I mean, for me, the training felt more like, it was very informational, explaining us in detail what all services we provide and how to approach this. That was kind of one thing that I had to slow down myself, especially being in that kind of sales background where I couldn't try to close the deals right away. Cynthia was very quick to no. To get that out of your mind, build the relationship, because it is going to be a lasting one. And so, I had to take a different approach to it. So even once we got through the training and stuff like that, even I'm just like, okay, I got to slow down and think about what I'm doing. And so I made sure I went on the support site and I started watching videos from Dr. Vicki Ragnar, listening to her and how she's approaching stuff, and especially during this whole pandemic stuff. And I was more happy the fact that I had Cynthia there, because it seems to me she does the training, or how she conducts herself in her business is she's very how would I want to say this, in person. It's more the direct contact that she emphasized on, which I believe is always the best. It's probably the best way to start learning how to do anything anyway, is just get your hands dirty, get in there, start talking to people. With this whole pandemic stuff, I've learned that there's probably a couple different angles that we're going to have to take right away, especially more virtual like we're doing now. So I'm setting up my systems to be more virtual and to do everything integrated, where I could do interviews to practice analysis over via web. So I'm getting my CRM, my email, my webcam, all that stuff, get it integrated together and working together. So that's how I took everything from it.
Yeah, this cloud-based technology and Zoom meetings and GoToMeetings, it makes it very convenient for what's going on right now. And so I think it's really, really cool that every aspect of this business basically can be virtual. It doesn't have to be. I mean, I know there are parts of the country that are kind of open back up, and there may be some times where you could do some face-to-face stuff, but yeah, it's just nice to know it's all virtual if it needs to be. So
we really can't.
Yeah,
in our state.
In our state, it's not that easy right now. So we've had to kind of figure out new ways to approach. I mean, everything that Cynthia taught us, I believe is correct and should be done. But the way I'm looking at it right now is that I can't just go to a practice and start, and I don't want to use the word pitch because she'll yell at me again if I say pitch. So, but kind of see what happens. And then with our warm market, I think we have over 300 people we can send out to.
Yep.
To,
especially hit my mom.
Right. Her mother works in the insurance field.
Oh.
She works for and I don't want to say it's not really. She works for the insurance part of a clinic or hospital, so I can hit her up.
Yeah.
See if she knows.
So yeah, it's a lot of stuff to do, but that's kind of why I'm getting everything prepared and ready, and refocusing myself on exactly what to say and what not to say. So
yeah, that was my next question. Is at the end of the training, did you guys feel like we helped you put together a clear plan of action? Like what's
definitely, because right in the beginning, they're talking, she was talking about target markets, so I understand that. I get your target markets and everything like that, but it's like, well, how do we get there? Where do we go?
Right.
And then she finally started talking about, your warm marketing and classified ads, then sending out, the books and highlights, but it's like, oh,
yeah,
okay, got it now. Whoa, mind blown.
If trying to narrow down a target market isn't, we can focus on, like, for example, family practice and try to go there, but if we're sending out warm referrals and we get leads to, chiropractic or something like that, that might be actually our focus if that's what will go down, because then we can explain that as being our target market and what we're familiar with. So I'm learning to take it in a different approach, but being able to use that as our target market, I'm thinking is going to be our best approach. So
yeah, we hear that happen a lot. Like, you'll talk to anybody and everybody, of course, in the beginning, but then your first couple of clients will be of a certain specialty sometimes, and then lo and behold, you become the expert in that specialty. You start getting referrals, from other doctors in that same specialty. So
right,
yeah, that's how it happens sometimes. So you feel like you have the tools to make this work?
I do.
Yeah.
I'm surprised on how much we have. I expected to go out and get a lot more on my own. I didn't expect to have this much. I can say that. So it honestly, when I first logged on, it was very overwhelming. Even I got yelled at by Amanda to relax, calm down, and because there was times where I was going through it and getting frustrated, because it's like, okay, well, we have this saying one thing, this saying another, and then it's like, okay, Matt, just one thing at a time, and because me, I'm I'm excited and I'm ready to go, but I've learned, especially with like I said, Cynthia slapping my hand, to slow down and take it at a different approach. So
she likes to say it's awesomely overwhelming, is what she says.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Hopefully it was awesomely overwhelming and not other type of overwhelming. So you sound like you've got some prospects in your mind that you were able to kind of think of as we went through the training.
I'm actually going to be launching all of our warm marketing information out to our warm market this week. And then hopefully get some responses back for that. And then while I'm doing that, I'm going to actually start doing some of the classified ad stuff as well. Okay, definitely do that. You've got my contact information, so.
Yep.
All right. Yes, absolutely.
You guys have a great week, and just let us know what you need, and we're here for you.
We will do that.
Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you. All
right. See you, Matt. See you, Amanda.
Bye.